Hey, how's it going? Well, welcome back, everybody. We're out here burning kerosene and a little tobacco, naturally, as I like to. Um, it's Christmas Eve. You know what that means? Well, tonight, a man in a red suit and a sack comes down your chimney and leaves a bunch of things that you're looking for, hopefully. Just kidding. Anyways, it's Christmas Eve. I had a few minutes to spare, so I thought I'd come out here and make a little content for everybody. Now, of course, you notice red and green. Yeah, it had to be festive. I had to light a couple things that, well, were a little different. And we're burning two complete polar opposite lanterns on the bench. We have the 1890s crank tubular Nail City wheeling stamping lantern here. With a red flash globe it's a pretty one. I love this globe. It's got some nice, lines in it from, it's a pretty thing. We also have a Dietz Little Wizard with a signal green globe. And this is a first generation Little Wizard with the smooth flat front fount. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's in really good shape. I love this thing. And as much as I've kind of, I sold off a lot of my Streamline stuff. I used to have a little bit more of it, but I've sold a lot of it off because, well, it's not really my thing. But I kept this one. I bought this one specifically because it is 1937 era. It's early, Streamline. So that's cool, and I think that's special. I think it's a pretty cool lantern, and when I cleaned it up, it really revealed itself as a pretty great piece. Lots of original tin, so that's good. I think it's a really neat lantern, and I'm keeping it. It's not going to go anywhere. So, harder to find lantern with good tin, and it might as well have a rarer globe, right? I think so. It's pretty cool. And of course, the crank tubular is my most recent restoration, and it's a great lantern. It's burning very nicely now. And I just trimmed the wick, and they're both really happy burning lanterns. And of course, the crank has just got its unique air tube construction. It's a very special lantern. I'm very happy to have this thing. I'm very fortunate. So those are the two Christmas burners for the video. And behind me, I lit a few other things. So I have my number 2 CT ham up here, and my CT ham top lift ham light, and of course a SG&L crystal. So I thought I'd burn a few other things while we burn these two. So we get a little bit more light, and we see a little bit more of the nooks and crannies that you don't get to see often. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. And I'm enjoying a little bit of matured Virginian in my K. Woody Bulldog here. So we're getting the season kicked off right. So we were supposed to go out of town, as you may well know, as I mentioned that we were going to go to Tucson and hit some spots outside of there up through Globe in Miami. Well, that trip will still happen. It's not happening this weekend. The rain came on Thursday, and it rained all day. All day. And it was pretty bad. So my wife was also feeling kind of under the weather, so we decided to postpone our trip. So with the weather and her, decided not to chance it and just lay low, stay in. And today we went out and got a little Christmas tree, and we decorated it with our fun antique ornaments and everything. And we got everything kind of ready for a nice Christmas Eve. We're going to probably take the Dodge out and go look at some Christmas lights. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun if the rain stays off. I think it's going to. It hasn't rained at all today, so that's good. But burning some kerosene out here, got a nice atmosphere, and I think we're going to make a fun little video. So just I want to challenge some of you guys out there that are more or less collectors. Do yourself a favor, jump on the old bandwagon and make, or at least take some photos and submit them to Lots of Trains. Submit them to Ken on his channel for the New Year's Eve light up. So next week, figure out what lanterns you want to take photos of while they're lit and send them off to Ken, and he'll include them in his video. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's a fun thing. It's a fun little tradition for us lantern collectors. I'm going to say that I started it back in 2019 because of Bob the Lantern Guy and also Scout Crafters. So they did this whole light up thing, and it's really cool. And I thought that was really fascinating that they actually did that. So I thought, well, why not? I need to represent. Why? Sure, right? So, yeah, 2019 New Year's Eve was the first time I did it. And I did one last year. And I'll do another one this year. So, it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be great. So, I will pick, hand select some of my favorite pieces that I acquired this year and present them and do a little video, but I also will take some photos and do a little set dressing and make some nice photos for Ken's channel, so he can present those in his video. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Yes, I do have something I'm hopefully going to be opening. Well, I will be opening tomorrow morning, and I will be sharing it as soon as I gain possession of it. And I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be really neat. My Christmas gift this year is going to be really, really special, like it was last year. My wife gave me a number 0 tubular reflector Dietz last year, and I love that thing. It resides on my desk in the house, right by my computer, so it has a prominent spot, and it's not leaving. It's a great piece, and I love it. And every time I burn it, I remember that as one of my favorite Christmas gifts. And she's wonderful when it comes to Christmas gifts, among other things, naturally. But she definitely wants to make the best of it, and if she can get me exactly what I want, she definitely does her best. It's nice. Sometimes, there's no real surprise element left, but the anticipation of having something that I've wanted is always good enough for me. And some years we actually do go a little over budget for each other and augment the ultimate present with a few other things. But I think that's fine. I think that's good. Anyways, but Christmas, of course, means different things for other people. It's not always about just the giving and the getting. It's about, being with people that you care about and that you want around. And I know the last year and this year that wasn't really a thing, and still isn't kind of a thing, with certain viruses creeping up and rearing their ugly heads again. That refrigerator likes to interrupt me mid-sentence. But anyways, we're laying low this year, and there's things going around, so we don't want to take any chances. So we're still staying in, but it's okay. We got great stuff to decorate the old tree with, and great old Christmas carols to listen to. I have a whole collection of 1930s through 40s and 50s Christmas classics that I piped through one of my old radios, and we listened to that while we were trimming the tree today, and that was really nice. And then, of course, there's plenty of classic Christmas movies to enjoy. Today we, drank our coffee and enjoyed a nice post-breakfast film of Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck. Sidney Greenstreet, and who was the young male lead? I forget his name, but that's a great film. I like Barbara Stanwyck. She's fun to watch. And Sidney Greenstreet, he's just hilarious. The guy is so huge. He's so jolly, but he can play a villain or a decent guy. He was very versatile in his acting, and I think he was actually a very decent actor. I like his acting. He was brilliant. But we're going to probably watch tomorrow, of course, It's a Wonderful Life with Donna Reed and Jimmy Stewart. You can't go wrong with classic Capricorn. I like Frank Capra movies. They're wonderful. And Lionel Barrymore, that was one of his later pictures, because he was a big time actor in the 20s through the 30s. But by 1946, he was, pretty tired. But he came and did that film, and memorable, Mr. Potter. It's good stuff. But anyways, there's a few other pictures I think we're going to look up and we're going to watch. It'll be really nice. It's going to be really nice. But, even though our Christmas plans changed, it's okay, because we're making the best of what we have. Well, making the best with what we have and not what we don't have. And focusing on the things that we do have, then you can really, truly be grateful for a lot of things. I think today we fall prey to negativity and what we don't have, and we become very discouraged because we obsess and focus on those things that we don't have. And it overshadows, we allow it to overshadow all the things we do have. Yeah. So yeah, we're not going to be spending time with our family this year, but we will see them hopefully by New Year's, where we rescheduled our trip for New Year's Eve. And it's going to be good. I did have plans for doing a New Year's Eve cruise with some of the guys up and down Colorado Boulevard, but that's fine. I mean, we don't need to do that. The car will probably thank me for not. Anyways, but it'll be good. It'll be fun. I like getting out to the desert, and my in-laws are really cool. I enjoy my in-laws. They're fun. They're good people, and I'm excited to see them. It's been over a year. We did see them for Thanksgiving last year, and that was really nice, and everything was fine. But yeah, this year has definitely been a little rougher getting out there, but it'll be fine. We'll go out there for New Year's Eve and celebrate out there. Maybe who knows? Explode something out in the desert. Who knows? Yeah, right. Out there, nobody's there to hear you. So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to be. Over the course of next week, I'm off of work. I had some vacation time that I was not aware of, so I had to use it before it was gone, because it doesn't roll over for the following year. So I'm going to hand select my lanterns that I want to burn for the New Year's Eve light up, and then I'll take some photos, and then also make a video. So after this video, we'll be making another video on New Year's Eve, and that's the next video you will see from me. Last one for the year of 2021. Crazy to think this year's already over. It's just, it seems like yesterday it just started. Right? I know. They always go by so fast. Old Father Time sure is spry for an old guy. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I wish he would slow it down, put it on the brakes. Well, oh well. We got to make the best with the time that we have, friends. And, the one other thing I really like about these old classic lanterns is that when you stare at that flame, you just you take yourself back to another time. And it does slow down time for a moment. And you can actually enjoy the warm light that these give, but also enjoy something antiquated and something from another entire different era, Because, these things come from a totally different time. When you think about it, when you look at the flame of, say, this crank tubular, you're thinking horse and buggy days. You're looking at life before flight. Trains were still pretty new, and there was no real automobiles by 1890. It was a different era, completely different era, hard era. Not the best era to live, but definitely not the worst. I would say probably on my list of worst eras to try and survive in would definitely be the medieval period. Yeah. You look at the king cross-eyed, and of course you got your head rolling down the street. Anyways, so touchy. Anyhow, from out here in the time cave, to all of you guys, all my subscribers, my friends, my colleagues, Merry Christmas. And a very happy New Year, and we'll see you guys again New Year's Eve, and we'll light them up And I encourage all you guys to do the same. I'm going to be doing a video for my channel here, but I will be photographing my lanterns lit and messaging them to Ken so he can put them in the video for New Year's Eve. He's making a video with photos and stuff, and a few other videos besides his own. So I'm excited for Ken's video. I'm looking forward to it coming out, and yeah, it's gonna be a good finale to this year, and I think it's well deserved. All right, friends, have a good one and enjoy your holiday, whatever you do, and remember, it's what you have that's important and not what you don't. Okay, make everything count. Have a good one and a wonderful Merry Christmas. All right, bye-bye.